I paid my dues, time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my share of side tricks in my bed, but I've come through. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions.
What's up, everyone? This is kind of an unscheduled stream. Kind of an announcement. Maybe some discussions afterwards. I see you there, MCK. Sup, Nudge? Yes. Benita comes in. Nerd. Okay, let's go ahead and just get down to brass tacks. Let me go ahead and present this. About 5 days ago, I put this up on my Twitter. Talked to the wife a bit. Due date is in July. I'm busy all the time right now with work, side jobs. Can't make the videos and streams I want. Or even play games. I might actually hang up the YouTube and Twitter stuff. Still thinking it over. But the window of the net is far different than IRL. The net is fun and all, but it's not everything. I don't know. I don't know. I figured I would put this out and make my thoughts known. We'll see what happens. Since then, I have thought a lot, and there's a lot to that decision coming forward. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and post a link in the back office in case anyone wants to come in and join. I know Pin might, Rogue might, who knows. But, let's see. Sparky is dying, he'll be missed. I'm not dying. I told you that Jim was going to stream. Yeah, I know you did. I thought he was going to anyways. F in chats, I guess. I can still hear his voice. Don't know what I'll do. There's plenty of soundboard clips that you can do without me. No, With that, the reason why is because with this kid on the way, I've been stressing a lot about what to do and how to do stuff and how to do it right. And I've been working overtime trying to get funds built up because I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to foresee in the future. So I'm kind of stepping into the shadows of the unknown with my life right now. And I don't like that. So I've been stressed a lot lately with trying to make sure I'm set up for anything that could happen. And unfortunately, when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to Twitter, I don't make no money off of it. Now, yes, the YouTube channel is monetized. I do make some money. But the way YouTube works is unless, you get over $100 by the end of that pay period, you don't get to recover it. So if I have a month to 2 months with only like $25, $50 within the account, I can't pull it out. And I don't do enough content to really have the monetization count for anything because a lot of it, the music cancels and counteracts and a lot of yellow non-monetization symbols. So YouTube's really not an avenue I can safely say, okay, this is where I can make money. So with that, I've got to make decisions. Let's see. We got Emblemed. Hello. Sparky is immortal. I wish I was. Pin goes, no shit, it's a hobby. You're supposed to do it for fun. Yes, I know that, Pin. I'm supposed to do it for fun. However, whenever it cuts into... So, Mr. Metokur History Commentary is done on Mondays at 8 p.m. And then the GNF stream is done on 9 p.m.s. Those are basically the only two streams that I've done on this channel. I mean, except for whenever Jim streams, which we are going to do a stream site next week. Now, when it comes down to it, it cuts into like, we have a lot of work at the shop that I walk at. A lot of work that I can walk over and walk on and do. Now, whenever I got to go, oh, hey, I've got this thing I'm doing with friends on either Mondays or Fridays, and I can't stay very long, it cuts into the amount of money I can make. Not only that, I have side jobs I do. I've reinvigorated the console repair stuff I've been doing. I've got kind of a contract laid out with a game shop locally. They get a lot of broken consoles, and whatever runoff that their technician can't get, they will give it to me on the side to see if I can do anything with it. And whatever I could do with it to get it repaired, stuff like that, I get a percentage of the profits that they would get from those consoles. Not only that, I also got a side business of working on cars on the side and all that other good stuff. So it comes down to the stuff online is fun. Poking at people on Twitter is fun. Doing the song covers is fun. Streaming with friends and stuff like that's fun. But it's getting to a point in my life right now that I don't know what to expect, especially after July. After July, I don't know how hectic my life is going to be. I don't know what twists and turns this new kid's going to have. I have basically become the primary income owner of my house. That's been the thing since the beginning of this year. And I'm doing good with it, but that's also with just me and the wife. That's not including the kid. So I don't know what kind of wrenches and snags that's going to throw into it. So I'm basically just stating this right now. As of right now, I'm going to continue doing what I can do. If I miss a live stream show, I miss a live stream show. I'm going to continue doing it. I'm actually been working on a song cover right now. It's not gonna be done anytime soon, but I'm actually been working on one. And with summer around the corner, you know, having to mow the lawn like every fucking week and all that other good shit. Yeah, it just life has become too hectic to really trying to concentrate for stuff online. But basically, this is just kind of a forlorn warning of, hey, I'm going to continue doing the stuff that I was doing, song covers, the stream snipes with Jim, the GNF stuff. That's continuing on right now. But if I have to miss, I have to miss. But somewhere in July, after this kid's born, if I end up having to step away and leave, I'm gonna step away and leave. And when that happens, I'll turn the channel over to Rogue, and Rogue can post up whatever he wants on it. And I'm probably gonna end up just privating my Twitter account. I'll still be around. If I get a free moment to hop on, I will. And if I get a chance to make something I want to make and put it up, I will. But this is just kind of like a forlorn warning of, hey, this is what to expect going forward from this point on. And that's basically all this is. And like I said, pin, I put the link in the back office if you want to hop on and join. The same goes for Rogue and Jim Max if they want to join too. I just figured that, rip the band-aid off right now. I don't know what to expect. I don't know, I don't know what to expect. That's kind of the end point of this whole deal. Let's take a look at some of the chats. I'm trying not to annoy you guys, but I'm trying to get through what I want to say. Take off your shirt, Stan. Oh, fuck off. Do Jim and TC know about this decision? No, they do not. This is a decision that me and my wife were talking about. I posted it up online on Twitter, but I've not said anything anywhere else or told anyone else about it. This is how can you say, this was a decision that me and my wife were talking about. This really has nothing to do with anyone else online. And we have a pin. If you'll give me a moment, let me get through all these chats real quick. Emblem says he's a hero for fun. I don't know about hero. No, they do not know, Pin.
Oh, okay. So I'm the first to know. Well, okay.
Yeah, first to know. Finally, you finally are the first for something, right?
Got to be first for something.
Yep. Retry a lot,
even if it's the first to be last.
Yep. So Sparky won't be streaming; it'll be mooching off GNF. I wouldn't say mooching. I mean, that's up to, if Rogue wants to stream on this channel, he has access to it. If he wants to continue.
Yeah, but then he also has Televisible, so really, you're just restreaming off of him, in a way.
No, because time out. Whenever the GNF streams happen, I don't control those. Rogue does.
Yes,
Rogue has access to the back end, so I don't have to do anything.
Oh, again, you're mooching.
No, it's called pushing out content on different levels and seeing what people will look at. This is what Rogue's been doing with the AI Mr. Metokur channel, my channel.
I am just digging in the fork, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Well, for somebody who doesn't care, you're making a big deal out of correcting me.
Well, I make a big deal out of correcting people because the simple fact people will take shit and run with it.
And
see, damn, Daddy Jim of Cancer. atomic AIDS outlasts one kid, daddy's Pocky. Well, see, that's the thing. Jim doesn't have a kid, so he just has cancer.
Which is actually the sad thing, because didn't he say that he and God damn it, what's his wife's name?
Jade?
I keep wanting to say Jude, but it's not Jude.
Hey, Jude.
Don't make it bad.
Maybe I need to have Miss Medica sing Hey Jude.
But then replace Jude with Jade. Hey Jade.
Yeah, I could do that. I could probably do that.
Anyways, I believe I remember him saying that because of the recently on one of his, maybe not the last stream, but the stream before.
It was the last stream. It was him digging at mush about his condition and sickness, and he wanted to have kids, but he didn't want to leave Jade and the kid by themselves, so he just opted not to have kids. Which, if that's a decision that him and Jade made, you got to respect that decision.
I do respect it. It is terribly sad, though.
Yeah, it is. But the grim reality is like, so I can kind of see where Jim's coming from, and I can kind of see his mindset behind it. Because we don't know what the internet tends to think they know a lot of shit, but put that aside, the internet doesn't know really jack shit except for what Jim has told us. We don't know what kind of a job Jade has. We don't know what kind of income Jade makes. We don't know if she's well off. We don't know if she relies on. We don't know. We have no idea on what their situation is. Only thing what we know is Jim is sick. He has cancer. He doesn't know how long he has, but when he goes, he wants to make sure he's not dying, screaming in agony, and that Jade is taken care of. That's what we know, and that's kind of like where I'm at right now too. This is not a, hey, bye, I'm gone forever, guys. This is, hey, I don't know what to expect.
I'm taking a hiatus when I need to. That's what this is.
Yes, and it's just, I don't want to be like, promise a bunch of stuff out like with the Mr. Medical commentary streams or, hey, stream me on GNF. I know you and Rogue and everyone else would understand that, but I like just to put it out there going, yeah, no, this is the deal. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll try to show up, but this is not going to be my main focus priority. If I have a chance to make overtime at work, and it means working over late, I took that choice this last Friday. I had a chance to make some overtime, and you got to understand, my overtime is double time. And I get plus 30 an hour. So double time plus 30 an hour, that's a lot of fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, with what I do, it's like, I don't know when, the actual work's got to stop, because it comes in cycles. We'll have some cycles where it's like, oh my God, we need like 20 extra mechanics to keep up with everything. And then there's some cycles like, okay, who wants to go home first? So when I can, I'm going to try to profit off that, because again, I don't know what's going to happen. With Captain Hook's medical history, I'll put you like this. She just got done fighting COVID. That was a scary deal. With her, being pregnant and stuff like that. And this is after she's had 2 of the so-called vaccinations and shit like that. So, she just got done fighting COVID. She already has been diagnosed with Hashimoto's before all this. So, same thing that Jim has. Hashimoto's syndrome. She's already got issues with her thyroid. And her family, there's a history of preeclampsia. Her mom had preeclampsia with her. She ended up being born at 26 weeks. So she's only doing really good in this pregnancy compared to how she was with her mom's. Her mom had preeclampsia with her sister. Her sister had preeclampsia with both of her kids. That's very serious. So
All you have to tell me next is that her family has a history of breast cancer and diabetes, and she ticks all the bingo boxes.
diabetes and cervical.
Close enough.
Yeah. So there you go. But, not knowing what's going to happen with that, not knowing if, what side is the kid going to take with, the immune system and all that good stuff. Is he going to take after me and not be affected by a lot of shit? Or is he going to take after his mom and be sick with everything? Don't know. Right now, the way it looks like it's going is taking after me, and that's a good thing. But again, it's just one of those unknowns of, we don't know what to expect just yet.
There's a couple of other things that I'm thinking about, but I don't want to put that bad juju on you, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
You can express it later. Let me get through some of these other chats real quick. Look at me being an entrepreneur. Yeah, well, you gotta do what you gotta do to make money. We had a good time Friday night without you, Daddy. Well, I'm glad you can survive without me. The next 2 years of your life is gonna be all about the baby. Yep, that's true, Pin. So Sparky is going on his photo arc. Yep.
Congratulations, Wesley. You
maybe you could take some tips and pointers, Wesley.
Damn.
Multi-level
retarded
marketing. Oh God.
Speaking of extra work, I'm actually doing a little bit of work right now while I'm talking to you. So I'm kind of muted in the Discord where my boss wants me, but he hasn't said shit to me, and I'm just doing work.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. It's like I was saying beforehand. It's like I wasn't the put you a little bit like this. Whenever I got this house, I moved where I'm at right now. We kind of had to pick up and go quickly. It wasn't the most opportune, and it wasn't in the greatest of circumstances. I said my previous place suffered a very very bad flood. That was the second time within 5 years that it flooded there. See, previously it was 2016 when the place flooded. After that, my mom and dad got a new place. They built up the ground, the foundation out of the floodplain, put up a new house on that foundation. They're still living there. And I bought that place from the house from my mom and repaired it, renovated it, and that's where me and Hook lived for 3 to 4 years. Then from 2016 2019 we got hit with flood again, and it destroyed all the work I put into that house. So it was one of those situations of I don't want to, knowing how the local area authority deals with the dam and the lake levels there and how they absolutely just do not fucking care. I didn't want to be put in a situation of having all my stuff being destroyed because of malfeasance through a government agency. That's why we decided to go ahead and move. With help with Cherokee Nation, they helped me find a place, and they helped me finance it. The house I'm living in right now is mine. The Cherokees are just helping me finance and stuff like that. It's for a loan program that they have that they only provide to Native Americans, or to Cherokee natives.
So it's good to have that fire water in your blood.
Well, all right. So a lot of people would say, "Oh my God, it's Section 8 housing." It's not. What it is a home loan program. It's kind of like the military VA program, but it's a little bit better. It's exactly like the military VA program, where you can go through and get a home loan for a house, and it's at a set interest rate. So you don't have to worry about getting fucked around by other home loan lending providers or anything like that. Where interest rate, you get started at a certain interest rate, and depending on how the market goes, you your interest rate skyrockets or something happens. I don't have to worry about that with the program I'm through, because since it's set up the Cherokees, it's set up at I believe it's like 2 to 3% interest rate, and that's all. And that's all I got to pay, and I don't have to worry about if the housing market crashes. I don't have to worry about inflation or anything like that. Only thing I got to worry about is taxes and insurance, which both of those have already bit me in the ass. So I'm kind of glad I went for the Cherokee program. So that's just one less thing I got to worry about. But we kind of did that real fast, real quick. It was one of those, the house was damaged. It was not going to be livable for that winter because the insulation was out of it. The insulation was soaked. And it was one of those, we had to get out of there before winter time hit because, wasn't going to be able to keep the place warm. So with that, I had help. I had Captain Hook helping me with a lot of the bills. Since then, I had some things happen that helped out, like, multiple pay raises at my job and reductions in some things that we had taken out. So that helped out. But whenever she got pregnant, and that was one of those, we were throwing darts at the wall to see what happens. We were kind of in a good place, and we still are a good place. Just a couple things happened that we just was not expecting. Like, one, the insurance deal happening, or two, the vehicles going down, and three, the fucking property tax skyrocketing. Those are like three big things that happened that we wasn't accounting for, that kind of put a hamper on some of the finances we've been saving up. And then along with that, her not being able to walk, because that was already we didn't know she was going to be able to walk until she had to take maternity leave, or if it was just going to be too hard on her. And like kind of what we thought, it was just too hard on her. So she ended up having to quit her jobs before the point of having to take maternity leave. So that kind of put everything down on me. So it's just been one of those deals of grit the teeth, do what you have to do, make as much money as you can, provide for your family, provide for what you need, and make sure that you're prepared for the future. And I absolutely fucking refuse to make like a GoFundMe or beg online for I'm in a dire situation and I need you to donate. I would absolutely fucking refuse to do that shit.
So it's either your pride or your livability. What are you willing to sell?
I'll sell my blood, my sweat, my hard work, because
Not
that's
your
what.
soul.
Yeah, not my soul. I'm not gonna go the route of doing the fucking endless GoFundMes or the endless, eBay and bullshit and stuff like that. I didn't even fucking do that through the flood. Even though I had a couple of individuals come up to me and say, "Oh, we're gonna do a charity for you, for help for the flood damage and stuff like that." I'm like, guys, I don't want you to do this. Oh, we're gonna do this to help you. I was like, guys, I don't need help. We've got the second kid. Well, we're just gonna do it because we want to help you out. It's like, fine, whatever. And I've had some people try to throw that back in my face, even though it's something I didn't set up and something I didn't put out. I ended up getting $50 from that. That went towards water tests for the well we had, which was about $75. Yeah, I had people go, "Well, you got money from this, and well, what did the money get used for?" And it's like, well, one, it was $50, and two, it went towards a water test that was $75. So I think I pretty much already explained where the fucking money went. But yeah, that was going through the whole Tonka saw bullshit of people going, "Oh my god, I talked to Tonka," and that's actually another reason why I'm probably going to end up stepping back once things happen. Because there are a lot of idiots online, and there's a lot of people who want to try to start drama stupid bullshit because some facts I've covered stuff Jim's done. I've covered stuff that Jim's done, stuff that's happened within our circles from individuals that outright lied to our fucking faces and shit like that. So, last thing I need is people of different corners of the internet that are too fucking autistic for their own fucking good, wanting to start drama and bullshit to try to belittle or tear someone down because of whatever's happened. And I refuse to be put in that situation. Okay. So, preemptively, I'm just gonna probably just wind stuff down and just keep it to very basic things. Like if I ever get set up, because I've got all the stuff set up to where I can record or film doing some of this repair work I've been doing. I don't want to film or record some of the repair work because what people don't understand with. All right, so you understand that I started YouTube out repairing game consoles and stuff out, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I didn't start recording some of the stuff until I actually knew what I was doing. So by the time I was recording like some of the game console repairs and stuff like that, some of that stuff I've already repaired like 5 or 6 consoles, and I kind of had some experience underneath my belt. I've recorded some stuff of like repairing stereos. I had one successful stereo repair and I had one failure stereo repair. The successful repair was I just needed capacitors put in it. And once I replaced the capacitors, the stereo worked just fine. The other one, it needed a bunch of work that unfortunately was just more than what the stereo cost. And when I brought it up to the owner, hey, this is how much it's going to cost to repair this. I already started a video series on it. You know, this is how much it's going to cost to repair this. They declined any further repair. And instead of preparing for what they did, they relinquished ownership of the stereo to me. And I didn't want to pay for it. Yeah, I didn't want to. It was just too much money. I had no need for the stereo. So it's still sitting in storage over at the other place, not being touched. So I don't want to go through and like do a video series on something and not complete it because I've already done that like 5 or 6 different times. I don't like doing that. So I've got a couple PlayStation 2s I've been working on. Some of them just need the HDMI port, or not the HDMI port, but the multi-function port in it. Some of them needs power supply work, and some of them still in the midst of diagnosing. And it's kind of stupid to go through and do a stream or a video on something that I have no idea what the fuck I'm working on, making myself look like an idiot bumbling through until I figure it out. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't done any kind of video series or streaming of any of the repair work I've been doing. If you can see where I'm coming from on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually forgot to shut this sound. I probably need to do that real quick.
I'm going to have a terrible night tonight.
Why is that?
I wanted to start uploading. I have like 21 videos I want to start uploading, one each day for the next 30-something days before Dawn Trail comes out, to try to get myself back into the habit now of editing and coming to, having a schedule. It won't be a video every single day after I finish getting it, but the plan of like the 21 videos, one per day for within like the next month or so, is to basically help regain traction on my channel to
I gotcha.
To get subs, get views, and all that other stuff. And then I want to get into the habit of maybe one video a week. It's just that there's still a lot that I'm trying to learn and refine as I go, just like with anything else. But the reason why I'm working for my boss as opposed to working on that is because my boss basically said, "Hey, yeah, you want to work? I could use your help." And I want to keep my boss happy because when he's happy, I get paid.
Yeah. Well, and there you go. And just so people know, it's not just stuff you see on the sector or stuff in DramaTube or commentary YouTube that you see a lot of this stupid intermingling of interpersonal and online bullshit you see. Voltar. Voltar is a really well-known console modder and repair person. Does stuff online with, he'll videotape series of, doing mods and repairs on consoles. His shop was broken into the other day.
Oh shit.
And ransacked. And this happened after a really big live stream with another modder.
Give me a second, Spark. Give me a second.
All right. But anyways, while she's doing that, no, his lab got ransacked. Now, it's not known if this was done by somebody online or just like a random kid, but it's really suspect of what happened. So even if I was just to go to like basic repair stuff, like going back to what I used to do, there's still fuckheads online. So there's no telling what. I just want to avoid fucking dumbasses online. It's getting to the point where I don't see the worth of it. I always look at online as like a place online, kind of an extension of reality. Because you use online for you use online for shopping like Walmart's now or eBay or Amazon or whatever, and marketing, all this other good stuff. But you got a lot of fuckheads online that just don't. They think it's a place where they can go and get away from the law, and they can do all sorts of stupid shit, and not be affected by law, and they can be absolute fucking assholes. And unfortunately, that's just the way a lot of people look at stuff. Again, look at Jim, look at Metokur, and all the bullshit he's had to deal with by just laughing at a lot of these fucking dumbasses. Anyways, let's go through some of these chats. Wesley says, "Lol." A video week. Wow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Pink can do it, but I'm not gonna hold my breath on it. I wish her luck in that one. In high caliber. But yeah, basically that's kind of the announcement I had planned, was like just letting you guys know, which I probably got 20 dedicated viewers. They'll come in whenever and like the streams, watch streams, and be interested in what I want to do. And I probably got like 100 to 200 random viewers that won't come in and comment or say anything, but they'll come in and like the video and watch and stuff like that. So I don't really have a big following. So I kind of want to keep it like that. I don't want to be very big. I don't want to be very popular. I don't want to be out there, because that seems to invite a lot of bullshit that it's just out there on the fucking net, and it's just not worth it to me. All the shit that I argue against or I make fun of online, I don't see in my. I don't see in person. I don't see around here. So it's just one of those deals of, yeah, it's just, I'm kind of tired of it. And it's like, I just don't want to, push it. and I heard a pop. We got a Jim Max. What's up?
Not much. I hear you leaving.
I'm not really leaving. I'm just. How do I put? I'm just not gonna be around as much.
Well, me and Rogue talked about this. We kind of figured this was going to be a thing. We weren't really surprised that this was we knew this was coming. Figured it was going to be another month or so, but hey.
I know it is got to be another month or so. I'm just preemptively going.
Well, no, before you made the announcement.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, I'm just letting you know, I probably won't be around that much. It's like
that's fine. You got life issues, or not issues, but life stuff to come in. So I mean, it's like
I have baby stuff that I got to deal with.
Daddy Sparky.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like one of these YouTubers or one of these people online that ignore the fucking children, or make fun of their children on stream, or use that as some sort of a crutch or a cudgel towards people, or run away to Mexico. I don't want to be anything like that. Is I actually want to, walking towards this is it's scary. It's also very different, and it's put into perspective, because I know we talked about this like last year when we kind of took down Caffeinated or Die, left GNF up. It's kind of the same thing. I just wasn't expecting, like, within like 7 months of that whole deal of going, hey, gonna have a kid.
We kind of already, me and Rogue, like on Friday's show, we're talking afterwards, and basically we said everything you've probably said and more, and we knew it was coming, and you need less stress. And what's going on the internet is pretty stressful for you right now, so we figured. Well,
it's not really stressful for me. It's just irritating. And Linda, I see you. I sent you a link on Discord if you want to join in. That's if you want. You don't have to, but she comes in and says, "I can't wait for him to change his first shitty diaper." And I can't wait to, drop off the little one for grandma to take care of. Not tonight. Okay, not tonight. And Wrestler comes in, it's like, nah, you should be popular and cause chaos to the weak. Nah. We got Rogue to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. Rogue is pretty fine and contempt with doing that. He's to a point in his life, he's not gonna have kids. He's not, his life is online and in IRL. He's an old 4chaner. This is what he knows. This is what he loves and does. Me, I'm just someone who came into this after Gamergate and just wanted to have fun. And I don't want to say I bit off more I could chew in a couple of instances, but some interactions have opened up my eyes to there are a lot of demented fuckheads out there that ever came across me in real life probably end up being buried 6 foot under the ground. And I don't need that.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. But like I've said, and I know a couple other people have said, just enjoy what you got right now. Enjoy the ride that's coming your way. You're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, yeah. That's why it's like
no. I mean, there's gonna be. I mean, you're gonna get PTSD,
parental traumatic syndrome,
traumatic stress disorder, where you're constantly worried about the kid is going to die or not, or if they're going to get so. And then it turns into are they going to die, or God damn it, are they going to get pregnant, or are they going to get someone pregnant? What the fuck are they going to do? Are they going to be gay?
That's Yeah, luckily I don't have to worry about that for another 10, 12, 13 years on the road.
Unless a
Luckily.
teacher gets
I
involved.
just there'll be one less teacher in the school system.
Like I said, you got a whole list of things to worry about. The shitty diaper is the least of them. And you'll find that out very
and
quickly.
that's actually another thing too. Is like, trying to cut, yeah, I'm online. I'm not like I'm not one of these people who's like constantly online. I go online and I look around and I laugh and I go back and I do my thing. I'm not on the computer 24/7 looking at bullshit online. I'm not constantly doing video essays on people or doing streams categorizing people online like I've seen some people do. Go online and find an individual that they think that they can milk for low-cal money or low-cal milk, and constantly put myself through traumatic syndrome, traumatic experiences, look at degenerate bullshit online.
Lindev says homeschool. You're homeschooling that kid.
I would actually go through and I wouldn't mind doing it. I would homeschool. I just don't know what it's gonna take right now, and that might be one of those things I look at.
Here's the thing. All you gotta do is have one parent home teach the kid how to, for the first 5 years of school. It is basically teaching them to read, teaching them to write, and teaching them to do math, reading, writing, and arithmetic. History and science, not so much important during this time. You kind of teach a few things in those areas, but mostly it's just math, reading, and writing.
Yep.
And kids who can read and write can usually figure the other shit out by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you teach them that well.
And how to get along.
Yep, and how to get along.
Or if it's like me, learn how to, give a black eye to someone.
But yeah, that's all you got to do.
Well, all right. So along with that, how to get along and how to stand up for themselves, not be a fucking pushover.
Yeah, that you do need to teach them. Teach them failure. Teach them failure too, because they must know failure before they know success.
Oh yeah, no, trust me on that. I know very well.
So the first time you see that kid about ready to stick their finger in a socket, you let them do it.
Yeah, that's kind of how. Well, that's kind of what my mom did with me, but she just didn't know. But I was like, I would teach them how to cook and make it go.
Not a participation award. Yes, Lynn, not a participation award. Teach them failure. Set them up to fail once, and then let them learn from that failure. Ask them what they learned. I'm writing an essay about it.
It's pretty much the Kobayashi Maru test.
Rogue just asked in Discord. So what about Monday? I've been busy with barbecue and that. He's a little busy right now, apparently.
This is just prep for future. This is just prep.
I think he's asking about the Metokur StreamYards on Monday. So
yeah, no, that's still going on. That's still gonna happen. That's still gonna happen.
Yeah, so we're still gonna do the reviews. You're just not going to be doing the AI musical stuff and other things.
Well, and it's like I said beforehand. I'm still gonna do it. It's just it's not gonna be like, oh my god,
as much effort.
Yeah, it's gonna be. If I'm bored and I get an idea for something, if I get a chance of time and I sit down and I do it, I'll still push out stuff like that.
I'm going to help you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. You're not going to have time. You're going to be a father. I congratulate you on this, by the way. You get to do one of the things I'm kind of jealous of you for. And it's going to consume you for probably the first, 18 years of his life. So, like I said, but you'll have some free time. And if you take it, that's fine. And it's no pressure on you. We will be here when you get back, probably, or not, but, you have our support on this.
No, I understand that. I get that. I'm going through. I've been, like I said, I've been thinking about this logging hard for like the last month or two, and just I've been bouncing stuff off of Lindeb and people at work, and mostly my wife and stuff like that. And it's like, right now, as is, even before, we knew we are gonna have a kid, even before then, I was still at like a point of, walking all the time. Don't really have time to play games, and when I do, it's kind of rushed, not fun. And it's like, I was still kind of, spotty on the YouTube stuff because I'm more focused with, my job, stuff at the house, stuff around here, side jobs, all that good stuff. I don't understand how some of these people can, just dedicate all this fucking time online. I just don't understand how people can fucking do it. And just push shit off. I absolutely do not understand how someone can go online and debate several umpteen different people on some fucking topic while either being a full-time parent with someone there or a single parent with you only being there. I don't understand how people can just dedicate so much time online and just nothing else. And I don't want to be like that. It really baffles me at times. And then when you see people like you see people like Ethan Ralph, and it's like, Jesus Christ, that is like the role model example of what not to fucking do. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Mm.
And it's like, I guess you could say it's just a multitude of things of, knowing that, nothing good can come from online or, just, doing this nonchalant bullshit online and pushing off, obligations and stuff like that in real life, which I don't like doing anyways. Yeah. But I see too many people fall into this fucking trap. And they let YouTube or Twitter or parasocial fucking relationships between logging people that they just want to go out and tear down or just want to make how they just let that consume their fucking life. And this whole fucking last 7 months have just been a slow and steady wake up call, looking at everything, looking at stuff everywhere and just going, yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a part of it. And it's like, there's more important things to do besides shit online.
Yeah, you got that right. So
and not only that, the realization of like what happened like a year and a half, 2 years ago, meeting up with some random individual, either being a fan or somebody who wants to come on and do content with you, not knowing what the fucking background is, or knowing like priors, because most people online are anonymous. You don't know what they've done, and
I wouldn't worry about that so much.
Well, I know.
Here's the thing: even if you do know who the person is, how that shit can be in well, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
To finish your partner's work, I gotta get going. But I just wanted to wish you luck and say, hey, I knew we talked about this and we kind of knew this was going to happen. We just wondered when.
Yeah. No, it's just right now it's just kind of a winding down, and just if things go good, if there's no hiccups, there's no issues, and I don't have anything unforeseen happen, like God forbid another fucking vehicle breakdown.
Yeah.
Or God forbid what's going on right now. There's a major fucking storm system going on right now in southern, south western Oklahoma, and that's blowing up real fucking bad right now, and it's gonna be like it has been the last 2 weeks. You know, some sort of fucking storm damage.
Reinforce that bathroom.
Well, so the bad thing is, I've got 3 big ass fucking trees that's around the house that are half dead.
That's gonna be fun.
And yeah, and every time a storm comes by, I got a shit ton of limbs to pick up off the ground, and I'm sitting there going too. It's like, how long is it gonna be before one major rain gust comes up, and it just one of those trees go, fuck it, I'm going down. And what kind of damage that's gonna cause? And unfortunately, that's just so much money right now. I can't fucking devote away to try to get those taken care of. So it's like kind of holding on by your seat of your pants, going hoping for the best, but it's like, you know, also trying to prep up for these are things I need to do and take care of, and let's see what we can do and achieve and accomplish. And like I said, unfortunately, if I was making more money off of YouTube, and like I said, I've only made like $130 off YouTube. That's cool. That's like more money I've ever made on YouTube going forward. But like I said, a lot of stuff we covered, like with some of the medical stuff, it always turns that, you know, green $ to a yellow. That highly cuts into it. And the music we use, or is used at times, just completely destroys it. It's not a viable route for money. And I don't feel like going through being the most controversial figure online and, you know, painting a target on my back, because that usually seems to be what happens. You know, the most controversial people are the ones that make the most money online, but then they end up dealing with fuckheads online trying to either get them fired or go to the house and fuck with them, or, you know, try to put their fucking families in danger and shit like that. It's like, yeah, I just don't want anything to fucking do with that.
Yep. And you know, I understand that you're getting into that area to where you got to think more about life than you do fantasy. So, but I do have to get going. I've got to get some stuff done. I just got back from a graduation, so I just wanted to say, hey, we knew this was coming, and that we support your decision and we understand it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Take it easy.
Yep. Later.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I've been going at. Feast and then famine. Feast and then famine often enough. Yes. Metokur, I'd throw the link to you, but I'm pretty sure you're in one of those phases that you're round down and you just turn your mind off. So I won't, but thank you for joining by. You can kind of go back to the beginning to kind of understand what I'm getting at if you haven't been, you know, looking this entire time, just listening. But regarding outrage emotions, yes, no. There's too many outrage emotions online. I've known a couple of them personally and moved away from a lot of them. I still talk with some people online that kind of do this stuff. Some of the better ones that don't do this, like, you know, I'll use Omegon as an example. He's not an outrage merchant, but he is someone that covers, commentary-wise, his views and perspectives on stuff. I don't usually have an issue with people like that. It's usually the ones that try to take a situation, make a mountain out of a molehill, you know, controversy and shit like that. But, you know, people like you and Omegon, you guys don't do that shit. So, Daddy Sparky Kawaii. Oh, Jesus Christ, Jim. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had. I don't know where Pin's at. She should have been back by now, as far as I knew. Megan is exceptional. Drama observer on my yes, and that's what I mean. They don't tend to get into the drama. How can I phrase this? How can I phrase this? So like, oh God, I'm gonna bring his name up. I don't want anything to be started from this. I got a bad feeling that something might be started from this if I bring him up. But like Cog. Cog is one of those people who he dabbles and jumps into the drama and he puts himself in it. And whatever if you're a fan of Cog or not, that's kind of what Cog does. He puts himself in the middle of the stuff. I know Omegon is friends with Cog. And the way Omegon does stuff, he does not put himself in the middle of it. He views and observes it and he reports on it. And he gives his takes and his feelings of it. So, there's the two different distinctions. The ones who put themselves in the middle of it and then trudge on forward with it. And then the ones who just sit on the outside and observe it and then just report on what's going on and what they think and stuff like that. The observers usually don't have, and I don't really have an issue with. It's the ones who want to jump into the middle of something because they seem to want to drag everyone into it. But yes, I do like that phrasing of it. That is correct. And then you have people like Jim, like Metokur. He usually gets drug into it. He'll find someone and he'll laugh at, and then he usually ends up getting drug into it because his laughs are like a nuclear J-dam, and people don't like getting nuclear J-dams thrown at them because somebody online laughed at them, so they end up dragging them in. I've dealt with a couple people from that aspect online too, of just because I covered Jim, or just because I've talked about Jim, or just because I've stream sniped them, or just because I've done AI music covers of them, people try to drag me into fucking drama involving Jim, and I'm sitting there going, it's like, I don't even know why you're trying to use me or for this, or you're trying to drag me into this. I have nothing to do with any of this. So people online are kind of fanatic, and it's kind of stupid. Like Legal Mindset. Legal Mindset's now getting threats from Ethan Ralph.
Okay, I'm free.
You're free. But anyways, it's like Legal Mindset has had threats levied against him by Ethan Ralph because of him doing streams and talking and associating with the Gator Gamer.
So?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that's the caliber of people that most you gotta deal with online. And it's like Andrew streams with Gator every now and then, or does shows with Gator, just talking about VTuber stuff. Nothing to do with Ralph, or nothing to do with the sector, or nothing to do with anything with that. Hell, not anything to do with a law tube or anything like that. But then you get people trying to drag them in to bullshit for clicks and views, gripped off the shit. Oh, maybe I can get some of those views over here. Yeah, they might absolutely hate me, but if I piss them off enough, they'll come over here, click and view my stuff, and it just pushes them.
Yeah, I got you. Anyways, back to what I was trying to originally say before
you do that, let me read this from Arcader. It's perpetual. If those mentioned on vanish, other lot would be treading the same water on X any given day. And yes, you're correct on that one too.
Yeah, I saw Jim had hopped in here before because I have the stream up on the second monitor.
He hopped up. He stated that him and Rogue actually talked about this on GNF after the show, and they kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen anyway. So they kind of already guessed the future before anything was even said. So
yeah, there goes Rogue predicting the future again, and most oftentimes he's right. But yeah, it feels like I got like a mountain of work ahead of me. And I'm probably not even going to be able to make the deadline I want as of tomorrow. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do the best that I can. But I've been working on a whole bunch of stuff since 12-ish. And that's with only having about 3 hours of sleep because I had early morning D&D. A bunch of Australians.
You get any rape jokes?
What?
Well, I mean, a bunch of Australians. You see the stuff with Taylor Marjorie with Valorant bullshit that's happened?
I don't believe her. I don't believe her for 1 second. I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, time out. No, it's already been proven that it's total bullshit because she put an out of context clip on Twitter and stated, "Oh, I this came out of nowhere" and stuff like that. But some people were smart enough and got the entire fucking context of the clip, and when she jumped into that lobby, she already knew that the guy was an asshole. She muted and unmuted him 4 different times. So he stated that, hey, she's going to unmute this guy for content. And then afterwards proceeded to throw the match, be a complete fucking idiot, to provoke a reaction from him. And then started bantering back from him before they even responded back to her like they did. So it was all baited.
Yeah. So, sadly, it's because of girls like her that you shouldn't just automatically believe women.
Yeah. They fuck up for the rest of women, especially for, legit causes. But even then, even if it was as it was stated, even if that it was a unprovoked, she did nothing wrong, she was just in the lobby, and then all of a sudden got, lobbed this towards her. You can block the players. You don't have to play with them. You can set them up.
That's just it. These little whiny ass bitches are, 1, clout chasing, and 2, they absolve themselves of responsibility, and then they make it everybody else's problem.
Yeah. And that's what they do. When you can do 1 of 3 things. You can report them. I don't care. And the report function's there. Everyone plays the game. You got to watch P's and Q's. Even though I think it's a little bit too restrictive. It's known that if you do shit like this, that you're gonna get banned. So, I have no qualms if she wanted to report them. Fine, report them. Move on with it. You can report them. You can mute them and not talk to them. You can block them too, and not ever have to play a game with them ever again. It's not that hard. The tools are out there. But the way she went about on Twitter, and then afterwards, I'm gonna call the police, and ban and block is not worth it, and we need to go further. And it's like, yeah, you are the reason why games suck so much right
now. Any advice that I would give actual gamers, girls and guys alike? If you encounter somebody like this bitchy asshole, use that report and block function, because they are instigating an incident. They are instigating harassment, and they don't deserve to play with the rest of us.
And what needed to happen that whole deal? All those players in that deal, the 2 Aussie guys, and her need banned from that game. That's legitimately what needs to happen.
I don't know about the guy. I can only take what I see.
They were complete utter assholes. I'll say that much right now. They were assholes, and they did take stuff up the line. However, it didn't escalate to that point if it wasn't for her pushing either. So they both kind of need, even if it was a response back, it's still against the terms of service.
Fair.
So that's my way of being fair in the whole deal. Is like we don't need absolute fucking assholes playing the game. And we also don't need people instigating bullshit towards people.
There's also nothing wrong with bantering either.
No, there's nothing wrong with bantering. But I would say for me, and this is one of the reasons why I don't play multiplayers with random people online. This is the reason why, because I've done this, and I played back in the 360 days on Halo 3 and stuff like that. That's kind of when I first got started in the whole online aspect of playing online. And oh my god, the foul mouth motherfuckers are online. Jesus Christ! And you know what? The sad fact is you go back and you look, you probably realize, oh, some of these people are probably 14 or 15 saying this shit online. You know, that's kind of where you come at and you look at from the whole fucking deal. But even then, it goes like this: you mute them, you block them, you can report them. You don't have to play with them. And if you want a banner, I don't see anything wrong with banner, but play with a group of people that you're okay with, like, you know, us and JNF. How many times have we fucked with each other online and bantered back and forth real hard? I guarantee any one of us was to do that with some random individual online, there'll be all sorts of fucking chaotic bullshit to go on with
it. There are some sections of the Final Fantasy XIV community that report your ass if you don't say hi the second that you enter a dungeon. Because they consider like silence as like intimidation and harassment. Not that they really go through, but there are still people who will sit there and report for it.
Well, those are the individuals that don't need to be playing online with people.
It's why. Okay, so I don't remember if I told this story. I know that Gem Max, or I think Gem Max knows about it because he was actually coaching me through how to do the report myself. There was an incident where I had hopped into a dungeon and I was healing. I was the healer. And you had the tank. Now, this was before the post-patch content started coming out. So we're like in the main expansion is 6.0. Then you have 6.1, 6.2, which has like the additional story elements leading into like the next expansion that we're getting ready to have. So I'm not fully geared, but I'm a decent healer. But this one particular dungeon is really hard on healers, especially when the tanks decide without giving the healer a chance to prepare. They'll pull wall to wall. Wall to wall pulling is basically you pull as many mobs as possible until the end of the section that you're in. So that could be 2, 3, sometimes 4 packs of mobs before you are able to get like to the next section. It's doable, but you really have to be on fucking point. And a healer needs to be ready for it. Whenever I tank and I go to pull wall to wall, I usually call it out. Hey, if you want me to slow down, let me know. Or if you want me to pull to wall, let me know. Like I give the channel, I gave a healer in my party, if I'm tanking, a chance to keep up with me. So I was having difficulty healing because the tank was pulling wall to wall without letting me prepare. I was running out of mana because I was sitting there trying to spam heal, spam shield, whatever. And we kept dying. And he wanted to start ragging on me about being a shit healer. And I'm like, I was annoyed, but the only thing I could do was respond with kindness. Like, oh man, come on. Don't worry about it. It's okay. You're pulling wall to wall. I get it. But, you know, we're just here to have fun. He's like, oh, dying's fun? Yeah, dying's fun. You fucking idiot. Along those lines.
See,
it got so bad. Now, mind you, we're not in voice call. This is all through text message. This is all through the in-game chat. So it got so bad when the other guy was berating me, and I was just like, you know, hey, chill, relax. It's okay. We're still here to have fun. It got so bad that the 2 other DPS bounced, and we had to wait for 2 more to come in. And he just kept on going and going and going. And Somehow he convinced the other 2 new DPS to kick me out of the group. Now, this is where things get fun. I was able to turn this around and send in a report that I was being harassed. I was being belittled in front of our teammates. I was unfairly kicked from a party. There is something within the terms of service or community how the community is supposed to behave, like an actual official like rule for Square Enix for Final Fantasy XIV, that if you are kicked unfairly from a party, you cannot kick somebody just because they don't have the right gear. You can't kick them because they aren't healing to your expectations. You can't kick them for the perceived of they're not trying hard enough if they really are trying hard enough, because you don't know. You can kick for and report for foul language, but you can't kick for being unfairly, unfair kicking. I know I'm repeating myself, but so I got the timestamps and copy pasted the entire log. Now all not Blizzard, holy shit. Square can see all of this on their back end. They can go through the logs on the back end. So I sent in a report. I said, here's the timestamps of when this happened. Here's what was said, copy and pasted verbatim. You'll see this in your logs when you go back. I was kicked unfairly because X, Y, and Z, and I was berated the entire time. Guy was suspended.
And I get that. And and this is the deal. And this is the reason why I don't play multiplayer online. Because one, people are assholes. People are absolute fucking shitbags. And that's to be expected. And if you want to deal with that, go right ahead. Go in and play multiplayer. But at the end of the day, if you games like that, there's like a strategy to it, or there's walkarounds, or there's stuff like that. But how many online people get into Final Fantasy 14 or whatever game, say Halo 3 or
30 million worldwide.
Cool. 40 million worldwide. Here's the deal. If I get into one of those games, I don't know what to fucking do.
That's okay. And Spark. You got Jack. You got Gen Max.
Let me get to the point. The point is, if I was to get into one of those multiplayer deals, that's just asking for fucking trouble. And that's all it is. And it's knowing your own fucking limitations. And that's where I feel like playing in a private group is better than playing multiplayer online. Now, if you can commingle, or if you are good enough or anything like that, it's going to happen one of two ways. You're going to be a really, really good player, and you know the game, and you're going to be drugged down by some 1, 2, or 3 individuals that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or you're going to be the new guy on the block, don't know what the fuck you're doing, and cause havoc for people who do know what they're doing. So it goes both ways.
Have you ever played an MMO before?
No.
Okay.
No, the only games I've really played in online since has been like Halo, Call of Duty, or other games like that, like 7 Days to Die, Minecraft, anything like that.
MMOs are a bit different on how they're played. And then even between MMOs are still different from how they're played. I can tell you right now, playing WoW isn't very beginner friendly, because there's the unspoken pressure to try to play to catch up on 14 something, almost on 20 years worth of content. And there's a lot of gamers, a lot of players that are just focused on the end game content, because you have people who have been there, like I said, 20 years. They do because of this, because there's a lot of content to get through. The developers have made it easier to try to skip some of it by basically saying you only have to play the content of one expansion of your choice, and everything will be scaled to accommodate for your levels. So mobs, monsters, all that other stuff, dungeons scale down to accommodate for your level. But I mean, once you start getting into the end game stuff, you either have to be very casual and you get what you get and that's it. And if you can find a guild and camaraderie among friends, great. But it's very much of an elitist type of game. With 14, there is it's a different kind of culture. With 14, it's you're a new player. Everybody wants to be your friend. Everybody wants to help you level. Everybody wants to give you minions and gifts. And do you need something crafted? Do you need armor? Do you need new weapons? Here, we'll group together and we'll help you.
Yeah, I get that.
It's now, mind you, there's still the interpersonal politics. Any FC is going to have them. Any static rating group, for the hardcore content is going to have it. There's still the issue of elitism. I'm not saying like elitism in itself is bad. It's the idea is the group comes together for a common goal of beating the absolute hardest content that there is in the game. It's a challenge, and people want to beat that challenge. I get it. It's fine. But yeah, it's even now, 10 years in. 10 years in? Yeah, 10 years in, with a new expansion coming out in a month. Yes, there's a lot of catch up, but the way that the game is played is different than World of Warcraft. They want you to play the game, and it can be played very much as if you're playing solo player with aspects of an MMO. You don't have to play with other people if you don't want to. The game gives you options to have an NPC fill out your party. So you really never have to, unless you're doing like PvP, which is obviously player versus player. Mm-hmm. Unless you're doing things like alliance raids, where you're playing with 2 other groups of 8. You really don't have to play with other people if you really don't want to. And then it's for short spats. The content is easy enough at gear to get through if you know how to play your class and what you're doing moderately. You don't even have to be as good. So yeah. Anyways,
I'll put you like this: my mom knows how to play MMOs better than I do. Because that's kind of what she plays all the time. And it's not really MMO. She plays Elite Dangerous. And I don't know if you know what Elite Dangerous is, but it's a ship warfare game, especially what it is. And it's kind of like the same game, like Star Citizen, stuff like that, but it's a lot better. And it's a multiplayer playing game online. But it's really unique on how it's set up. You can play single player and then convert it over to multiplayer. So you don't have to have multiple save files or anything like that. You can choose to, on your, for your ships or your character, anything like that, you can choose to swap it over and play single player or swap it over and play multiplayer. That's kind of how the game's set up. So she'll play single player all the time, and then she'll have a group of friends that she plays with and get together to do missions, because they kind of incentivize you to get together with a group of people to play missions. And she doesn't really she used to take on like new beginners or just random people, but that also causes issues because when you go out and you like say you need everyone to pull their own weight, and you got somebody out there that can't, that could cause you to lose a very, very high dollar ship that you bought. So
Understandable.
So she's tried getting me into playing it. I've got the game downloaded. I've just never played it because of reasons. But it's one of those ills. I would have to play for about 2 years straight, hardcore, to catch up to where she's at in that game.
Yeah, like as it is now. Again, you can play it as if it's a single player, and play it at your own leisure, without the pressure of feeling like you need to participate in like the high end content, which is great because unfortunately, that's like with World of Warcraft. That's where all the players, all the gamers are doing the stuff is the in game content. Here, it's yeah, you can try to race to the end, but why? Treat it as a single player. It actually plays almost like a single player where you read the text dialogue from the NPCs to get the information you need, the backstory, whatever. There's cutscenes, engaging cutscenes, and just take your time with it. You don't have to really do much of anything else. But again, I will be honest. WoW and 14 have been the only MMOs that I've played. No, that's a lie. I played WildStar for a little bit, but never got past like level 10, and it just didn't interest me as much. Oh, that's also a lie. I also played like City of Heroes for a little bit, but again, never got very far. Nothing else really captured my attention for a while I was playing World of Warcraft. And then I ditched World of Warcraft 3 years ago to come to Final Fantasy, and I can't go back. I tried going back. I really did. It plays too differently for me to actually enjoy it anymore.
See, and this is my issue with playing games and playing games online. Not really like multiplayer games, but just games in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because whenever I started streaming, I kind of got this in my head. Oh, all the games I used to play beforehand, stuff like that, I can just stream online. And I kind of just reserved that for, okay, this is future content I can do. But the problem is the way I play games doesn't make for really fun content for other people to watch, unless I'm playing like a game like Mega Man, Mario, the basic old school 8-bit platforming games, or like Mega Man Legends. It's a set story. It doesn't matter what you do. It's not an open world map. You got a set story. You can go. Like Mega Man Legends is somewhat of an open world map, but I mean, there's only so much you can do without progressing forward into the story. So you can go through one part of the story, go through, search the map, get different interactions, and then go to the next part of the story, and then come back and search the map. It's one of those. It's very small and it's very limited. So those games you can go through and you play, and make progression on, stuff like that. But for me, like games like any of the Pokemon games, or Legends Arceus, or Skyrim, or Fallout, I'm one of those people. I've got, if I remember right, my old playthrough of Skyrim, and I've only played it on 360. I've transferred those files to the computer, so I could play on the computer. I transferred my saves to the computer. But before anything, I've got like 300 hours in Skyrim, and I'm not completed the game. I'm one of those, I'll adventure on the map and I'll do different things and stuff like that. I don't play to like complete it. I play to go through and look at different things within the game and lore and stuff like that. So that's not really good content for, say, someone coming in, hey, this guy's playing Skyrim. Oh, well, he's just running on the map. It's not that fun. Or, oh, he's playing Legends Arceus. Oh, he can clearly move forward with this whole deal, but he's not doing that. He's doing these things because I find it fun. I find this is what I want to do. Um, I got that constantly whenever I was playing Legends Arceus from people. It's like, well, you this far in the game, why don't you go through to the next part? It's like, because I don't want to go through the next part. Yeah, I want to go through and explore this. Or I want to get these Pokemon up to these levels. Or I want to see what other stuff I can do. And it's like I min-max the hell out of my stuff whenever I play games like that. So I try to get, and that's why then in like the like yellow, red, blue, gold, silver, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, black, white, diamond, pearl, platinum. That's why I did all those games. I'd go through and I'd get my Pokemon team. And when I get to the first gym, I'll go through and I'll level up all my Pokemon before I go through in that gym. And then I'll go through to the next town, find and collect everything, and then min max my Pokemon up to the max before going to that next gym. And it takes so much time to do that. People just don't like to sit around and watch that stuff. And
See, here's the thing. There is different audiences for different types of games. In my experience, because I am known to do this, I've done this too. Having played through the story for 14, I have then started to go and look at other people play their first playthrough. And it's still as enjoyable, even though I know what's going to happen. I'm watching so I can see what the person's reaction is at known points. Does that make sense?
I get that.
So,
I get that. And those people all come in and probably watch it, enjoy, some of the stuff I do. But the way I'm looking at it is like, is it worth it to do it? Because I can come in here and I can stream and record it. But then it's like I gotta be mindful of how I'm recording. I gotta be mindful of how I say stuff or how I do stuff or how I progress the game through stuff. And it's and I've done a test. Streaming games. Whenever I'm streaming games, I'm not having as much fun with the game as I am if I'm just playing the game. And I've noticed that. My wife's noticed that. And a couple of my friends have noticed that. I'm not having as much fun with the game if I'm trying to stream to an audience or stream to people than I am if I'm just playing the game. And that's one of the reasons why I don't really play games that much.
I understand.
So I'm gonna try to start playing games when I can and just having fun with it. Because I'm one of the people like it. I'll come back to the Pokemon games. I'm one of those people. I like to sit down on the couch or the chair or on the bed. And when I was a kid growing up, or hell, even at work, lunchtime, back, 2000, 2009, 2010, 2011, way back in the day. I'd bring my fucking Game Boy with me. And during lunchtime, or if it was dead or lacking, stuff like that, I'd play my game until like the next truck came in, or whenever I didn't have nothing to do, and it was just to pass time and have fun with it. I could do the same thing with Legends Arceus because it's a Switch, it's portable. I've never played the Switch in portable mode. I've always played it docked recording stuff. And I went through and actually played the game, and I lost track of stuff playing the game just on the couch, having fun with it, not worrying about connecting to the internet or people talking or anything like that.
And that's fine.
So that's kind of what I've noticed. And I'm thinking that because and that the same thing goes with the repair stuff. Or I've been doing stuff in the shop because it's like. Because I've got in my mind of I can do content off this. I can make content off this. And I kind of got myself stuck in one of those logic loopholes of, I don't want to do anything unless I'm recording because I can make content off of it. And it's really kind of stifled some of the stuff I've done or I've been doing because of that. But then it goes as like, well, I can't do this just yet because I don't have the right stuff to do this. My camera's not good enough. I don't have a good enough microphone. Or I don't have a good enough setup. Or I don't have this. Or I don't have that. And I end up putting a mental block in my head for some stupid reason. And I can't progress on with something. And once I finally got rid of that with like the console repair stuff, I was able to actually go through and actually start hammering out some consoles I've had in storage and going through and getting them figured out and stuff like that. And once I shelved that idea, and some stuff in the shop too, I was able to go through and start getting stuff like that. So I kind of, and since like starting up doing this since like 2017, 2018, I've unknowingly put a mental block in my fucking head of I can't do this unless I'm making content from it. Trying to get myself in that content creative perspective. And in the end of the day, it's hurt me more anything than helped with anything, if you know what I mean by that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like with you. And it's like, oh, I can draw this thing that I want to do, or I can do this thing and I can make content from it. But how many times have you said that and you've not progressed through with it because you haven't figured out how to really do it and make content from it? But instead of actually going through and trying to do it, you sit and you wait and you procrastinate from it, and you end up not doing it. I mean, how many times have you done that? I'm not putting you in haunts. I'm just asking you, how many times can you like go and look? I can see that.
Yeah, frequently enough.
And I look at people that can do this stuff and go, and that's cool, that's admirable. I'm glad that they can do it. It's not for everyone. Not everyone can be a content creator. Like for me, I can showcase to people how to do stuff, but it's brass tacks. It's not got to be anything real helpful to anyone, because I like to sit down and work on what I have. And this is one of the reasons why I pitch a fit to my bosses when they say, we want you to train the new techs to come on. And it's like, that is so not something I want to do. And it's like, well, why not? It's like, well, when you give me a truck to walk on, I got a job to walk on a truck. I'm not sitting there. I know how to walk on it. I know how to go through and fix it, because I go through with the mentality and the mindset of I know how it walks. And that's one thing I try to tell like new mechanics or new technicians or people who want to, how do you fix a truck, or how do you fix a Nintendo console? How do you go through and fix it? I've got this issue. How do I fix it? I can't really tell you how to fix it unless you know how it works. Well, I just need you to tell me how to fix it. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, it just, and this is something I've had to push back on my bosses and push back on, mechanics, or push back on people asking, me generalized questions. It's like, I've got a SCR issue with my truck. How do I fix it? I've got this code, SCR efficiency. How do I fix this? It's this code. What do I do to fix it? It's like, I can't tell you how to fix it unless you know how it works, because what's wrong with it? SCR efficiency could be from a couple different things. It could be from bad fuel. It could be from incomplete combustion. It could be the EGR system on the engine not working correctly. It could be the turbocharger not working correctly. It could be a mechanical issue on the engine. It could be a plugged air filter. It could be a plugged sensor. It could be something. It could be exhaust leak. It could be the DOC is not catalyzing well enough. It could be the DEPF is blocked. It could be bad def. It could be a bad def. It's like there are so many things that can cause that issue. I can't just tell you, oh, you do this to fix it. You got to know how the system works. You got to know to go through it and look, okay, I got this issue. What are the parameters on the truck? What is the truck doing when this is doing it? Go through and look and understanding, okay, this is doing this and this can cause this. unless you can understand that, I can't help you. You got to learn that first before you can go forward. Same thing with like working on a Nintendo console. Hey, I've got the blinky light of death. How do I fix this? Well, it could be a number of things. The blinky light of death could be it could be a poor cartridge connection. It could be the RAM or ROM is damaged on the card. It's the game cartridge itself. It could be a CIC chip that's messed up. It could be a bad connection on the motherboard itself. It could be damage to the motherboard. It could be not enough voltage. It could be a bad PPU. It could be a bad CPU. It could be bad RAM. It could be a number of different things. I can't just tell you, oh, because it's doing this one thing, this is what you do. You've got to understand how everything works with each other and go through and do it. And unfortunately, this is where like the term YouTube mechanic or YouTube repairman comes into play, because, oh, my car has this issue. Look online for this issue. Oh, well, this is probably the fix. And they go through and they try to initiate this fix and they do it or don't, and it doesn't fix it, or they do it and they break something else and they make it worse. And that's kind of what I've gone to with, trying to do content on like, vehicle repair or, console repair and stuff like that. Is like, I can show you a specific case of something happening, but that's not a be all end all for, okay, this is going to fix this issue. And I get tired of being, getting blue in the face at work. And it's like, I've got this check engine light. How do I fix it? You work the problem. What is, you've got to be kind of like Sherlock Holmes, working on this stuff. What is the issue? What's it doing? What's causing it? You got to find the root cause of the issue. And it usually means removing symptoms that it's not it. It's like, okay, I've got an electrical issue on the truck. I can rule out a transmission or an engine or rear end or tires. I can rule out all this other stuff. I know it's not going to be any of those. So what else could it be? You roll out stuff that it can't be, and then focus on stuff that it can be, and then you roll those out one by one at a time. And unfortunately, mechanics come in and go, well, I just need help, figuring this one thing out. It's like, well, this one thing could be 20 different things. I can't help you with that. You got to put the initiative to learn what everything does and what everything works with itself. Because like I said, SCR issues, SCR, selective catalytic reduction. That is like the ass end of the after treatment system of the exhaust system on a truck. SCR is like, after it goes through the SCR system, then it finally goes out the sack of the truck. Anything upstream from the SCR can cause any of those issues. And it's like, you got to figure it out. And unfortunately, sitting there trying to teach someone how to fix a specific issue without them going through and learning this stuff, it's pointless. It's worthless. And, I pissed my bosses off and I pissed my foreman off many times going, I can't help these people. They don't understand what they're doing. It's like, well, we need you to help them understand. And it's like, well, until they put forth the effort to learning the stuff, I can't do anything with them.
Yep.
It's like, you wonder why I'm so good. It's because I put in time and effort outside of this place at my house on my time off to learn this stuff. Because as soon as I go to them, it's like, well, it's got SCR catalytic efficiency issue. Oh, well, the AGR is plugged up. And the stop loading screen roll comes up on the heads trying to understand, how the fuck does that affect anything with SCR? SCR is at the end of the top. Like, well, AGR, it's like AGR affects nitrous oxides. More AGR, less nitrous oxides. Less AGR, more nitrous oxides. Also, more AGR, more SUB. The AGR affects that on the engine. The SCR scrubs nitrous oxides from the exhaust. It can only scrub so much. So if your AGR system's not working correctly, you're pushing out way too much nitrous oxides for the system to take care of. So then it throws an SCR code because, hey, we still got way too many nitrous oxides in the system. And then people look at the SCR system, their system, and replace everything on it. Oh, I still got this code. I don't know what's going on. Have you checked upstream? No, I didn't know to do that. And it's like, well, this is kind of my point.
Yeah. I also noticed Lynn is in the chat, or was in the chat. I don't know if she's
she was.
available.
No, she went to sleep. Yeah, she's like, okay, Sparky, you going to bed. Have a good night.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this is just one of those zones of I've got too much stuff in real life, and it's like I just don't want to drop stuff online. I just don't want to go, fuck you guys and be out of here. I still enjoy doing stuff online, but it's like I've got to get to the point of going at any point in time is like, I've got to say bye, guys. I've got a lot, got a family, got to make that money.
Got a life, yes.
Yeah. And it's like I don't want to be one of those guys that's constantly stuck online arguing with some fag or something like that, with kid in the background going, "I'm hungry, Daddy." So I don't want to be like that.
I'm hungry, Papa. Go ask your mother.
Yeah, you see stuff, and it's like, I just don't want to be like that.
No, I get it. That's a very, I'd hate to say that it's a very amicable thing to want to do, because that really should be the norm. So there shouldn't be anything amicable about it.
Yeah. But it's also, I understand. It's like, I've got a group of friends online that I just don't want to straight up go. I'm still gotta be around, but it's like I know with everything that's happened in the last couple of years of my life, and it's like it's just prime target material, and it's like I don't want that to be attributed for anything. So at any point in time, it probably goes like I might write the YouTube, I might private the Twitter. I might just wipe everything. I might wipe everything, come back on some sort of alt just to keep tabs with you guys. Or,
and what do you think Jim does it?
Huh?
Because he doesn't want shit to carry over from one to the other.
Metokur?
Yeah. I mean, it does anyways.
No, it does anyways because, again, it's like stupid autistic people online. And they take shit to the fucking max and the extreme. It's like, fuck, you got people online because, you have the wrong idea, or you think, oh, well, all right, so a good example with the whole couples bullshit situation that happened with Mudahar now. Because if you haven't known, Mudahar is someone...
food, Sparky. Huh? I need food.
Okay.
So, go ahead, tell your story. I'll go grab food after.
Well, you came on the stream. That's not my fault.
Fair.
Anyways, I'll make this quick. Mudahar, some ordinary gamers, dropped their video on couples. It's an hour and 30 minutes long.
Okay.
We all know Couples is a bullshit individual, and it's all been known out there for like 2 years. Anyone that's coming to the realization now, oh, I didn't know any of this, is a fucking bullshit con artist. The shit has been out there for years about this individual Couples. Everyone knows that she's screwing people. Everyone knows that she's tried to push HRTs to minors. Everyone knows that her GoFundMe was bullshit and she stole money from people. Everyone knows this. This is no deep, dark fucking secret. Only people who agree with Couples or defend Couples knows this shit. Metokur ended up hiring an artist called Just the One to do thumbnail artwork for him for Keffels. Well, he does the whole sweaty, ugly, grotesque look. You've probably seen some of the art online. He's done plenty of artwork for like he's done depictions of Keemstar. He's done depictions of Mutahar. He's done like 20, 30, 40 different people. And he draws them all the same way. Gross looking, sweaty, disheveled, stuff like that.
Okay.
And Keffels came out and said, well, this is a transphobic picture. Well, he's an artist. And he ended up getting ran offline. He had people doxing him. He had people trying to swat him. He had people trying to fucking contact his actual employer because, oh my God, he made transphobic thumbnail of Keffels. Annoying everything in the fucking video of everything that's been known for like 2 years. And he had to fucking dip out from the fucking internet. And it's so fucking stupid and hypocritical because Keffels has even used some of his thumbnail work for video. He used an art piece they did of Vosh. Whenever Keffels was going at Vosh for the horse folder stuff, whenever she finally decided to turn against Vosh, even though I think that's just smoke and mirrors and just public stunts. But, use some of his work for a thumbnail a couple months ago, and now, it's transphobic now because it's just to divert away from the point of, it's just to go away from the point of trying to face scrutiny. And they didn't do anything, but were just commissioned to do a fucking thumbnail. In the same vein that happens with Metokur. All thing he's done is laugh at retarded individuals online. That's all he's done. But yet you got people out there trying to fucking destroy his life in some way, shape, or form. There are too many fucking retards online.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, I've known some of those retards. It's like, it's not worth it. And, moving forward with life and building stuff up online, you kind of get to realization. It's like, yeah, no, this is too stupid. Some of these people don't deserve to exist online, but they're out there, and it's like, I don't want nothing to do with it. So, this, like I said, this is right now is just me prepping for me eventually either dipping out for good or dipping out until I'm able to come back. And
if you're gonna dip, you're gonna be away for at least away from like the public eye for a good 2-3 years.
Yeah, I mean, if I do, and like I said, I don't know, it might come back around and everything's hunky dory and everything goes good. I'm just prepping up for in case, like, serious medical issues with Captain, because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, because I'm sitting here going, I've got a projected good case scenario, I've got a projected bad case scenario. And the good case scenario is, hey, I'm overreacting, I'm overblowing everything, and it's not going to take that much time off my hands anyways. I can still come through and do stuff on Mondays and do stuff on Fridays with everyone. I can do the AI covers. I can probably push through and do other things online. And it could be one of those worst case scenarios of, God forbid anything happens to Captain Hook. But then again, she's got Hashimoto's. Her family's known for having preeclampsia, and there's no telling what could fucking happen with her or the baby. And say, okay, in that aspect, everything goes good. Okay, some sort of medical issue with the child, and it's like, what then?
Yeah.
And then even then, it's just like, making sure it's like I know I'm making enough right now for me and her, and to take care of everything here. I have yet to be able to contemplate because I don't know what it's going to take. I know what I'm allotted with my budgeting that I've been doing for the last couple months, trying to make sure all my P's and Q's are in the right spots and everything like that. I know what I'm budgeted for. I don't know if that's got to be under or over for the equation for a kid. And that's if nothing happens elsewhere. Like I said, unforeseen breakdowns or stuff with vehicles, stuff with houses. Because again, I'm sitting here going through a family right now because I have family in Bonstall that were just affected by major weather. You know, they lost everything in Bonstall. And the storm season is still kicking off. It's not, the storm season's not going to be done and over with just like sometime in August or September. It's middle of May. And there's no telling what could happen, you know, storm-wise. And it's like, I know I'm kind of, I'm probably being a little too schizo about it, but you know, ever since like a couple months ago, it's just like all these scenarios have been popping up in my head, and it's like trying to figure out a way to deal and grasp it. And the only way I know how to deal with it and grasp it is, you know, nose to the grindstone, make as much money as possible, and make sure I'm in a favorable position for anything that could possibly happen. And unfortunately, doing stuff online does not help with any of that. So, there's that. Anyways, you said you gotta go get food.
Yes, I need food.
I think we're at about 2 hour mark. We kind of went sideways from. I got everything out at the beginning of this and kind of hit on a couple different things to it, and we went on tangent with, you know, other things. So I think this is a good point right now to kind of cut off and go from there. For anyone listening, at the end of this, I will be doing Mr. Metokur history commentary tomorrow. I'm going to attempt to get off work on time.
When is the next gym stream that you're going to snipe?
Gym stream is going to be next week. I don't know the exact date. Mind you, that has not been announced. I know it's got to be sometime on the weekend. So my prospects viewing it is probably going to be on the 25th. And it's probably going to be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Knowing Jim, that's probably going to be. It's either got to be the 24th or the 25th. He said weekend, so I'm going to say probably on the 25th. So, and knowing the times he usually streams at, probably around 7 p.m. So that I don't know for sure on. Just keep an eye on Mr. Metokur channel. He will put that out on his community notes when the time comes. I haven't even checked to see if he's put anything out yet, but I know he said that's when he's going to stream at. I do know this much. We are going to have a kind of a surprise guest because he doesn't work and he's interested in coming on, and that is the Gator Gamer. Gator is interested in actually coming on and doing the stream sniper with us. So
nice.
He may not be able to join on when it first starts, and he may not be able to stay throughout the whole stream, but he says he is interested in hopping on. So that's gonna be cool. I've never got to talk to him in person before. Pin, I think you have.
Yes.
So if you want to be around for that, maybe you two can catch up. Who knows? I was actually real surprised. I can't remember what it was. It was like, oh, I know Pin. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, and I should be around.
Cool.
But it depends on how much of this editing stuff I'm able to get done. I know that I'm starting to slowly burn out. I need to get the thing to eat, but
The thing to eat.
I need to get a thing to eat. I still have a little bit more voice to record, but given that I had more energy yesterday when I got halfway through my recording and I'm not even there, I'm not even at that energy level like I was yesterday, and it's starting to get nighttime. I need to finish it, so I'm going to try my best. At least have one video ready to upload tomorrow, and I can try to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest. The idea is because it's 21 videos. 2 of them are going to be slightly longer videos, but the other 19 are going to be like short, less than 2-minute recaps of what we just learned about any of the new action changes happening to the classes in 14. And I have a structure for actually compositing a script for each one with the changes, but it's just, again, it's more going to it more boils down to me being very self-conscious about voice recording now and getting it done and having the energy to do it. So first things first, let me get one video done that goes up tomorrow. Let me not think about the other ones just yet. Let me finish this. Let me focus on this one tonight and get it up.
And this is the reason why I'm done being performative and stuff like that. Is like, you know, scripting and just trying to put my thoughts out on video and stuff like that. It's like I can make more money going to a friend's house and walking on that vehicle for about 3 hours. Not have to say or do anything. And I could probably make $200-300 than what it would take to sit down and do anything video related or stream related.
Yeah, and I can't repair people's cars working.
Cars, consoles, whatever like that. But you know, I get that. You are in a different field than what I'm
in. Besides, this is forcing me to learn how to optimize my editing process because, you know, I do like video editing. It's just the voice over recording that it keeps bogging me down because it's my voice and I hate my voice.
Get Rogue to do it.
It's not the point.
There's plenty of people who do video essays and have other people do the script.
It's not the point.
Well, I get that, but still. Well, and I get where you're coming from. You're sitting there trying to probably do like me. Because, you know, I showcased to you some of the first stuff I did on YouTube, and I guarantee it, you probably think it's cringe just like I do, because I didn't know. It's like just one of those shy, recluse, you know, timid voices, didn't know how to speak or anything like that. And, you know, that's one thing I do like about, you know, everything I've done so far on YouTube. It's helped me be able to communicate better with other people.
Yeah, and that's just it. I'm there's multiple reasons why I'm doing it, even though I'm hating the process of doing it. But it's one of it to get better with video editing, to get better with my processes, to get better with the self-confidence in just using my voice and talking and not sound like I'm reading from a script.
Well, I mean, and look at this. I mean, look at Jim 81 Jim. Way back at the very beginning, like, you know, before the Metokur forms and stuff like that. You know, look at some of the scripted stuff that he did. Jim and Rogue ended up doing a covering of atheism or something like that. I can't remember what the exact was, but it was him talking about religion. And you sit there and you listen to him, you can tell he's reading from a fucking script. And you just his tone, his manner, his mannerisms are like really stiff, real fucking stiff. And you compare that to how he does his streams or his later video essays and stuff like that. It's like
takes time, it takes confidence.
It's night and day difference.
Yeah, that's time, experience, and confidence.
Yeah, and I could say the same thing for me. You know, you look at me when I first started. Yeah, stiff, monotoned, really not known. You know, not knowing how to put my thoughts out there in words. in a very good manner to the audience compared to how I am now. I'm not perfect by any fucking stretch of my imagination. Fuck no. I still fuck words up and all that good stuff, but I'm a lot better now than I was back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I get where you're coming from on that. But anyways,
Food.
Pen's got to get food. Remember, Medica Snipe stream sometime next weekend. Miss Medica History going to be tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be continuing on with the Hugbox Chronicles. GNF depends. If I'm not here, Rogue will continue on with Jim and whoever else shows up. If I am here, I'll be here or not. Like I said, Rogue is the one who controls that stream. I just show up. And yeah, I'm working on a song cover. I don't know if it's gonna be done anytime soon. I'm not really too worried about it right now. I'm just going through and just fucking with it. So whenever I get it done, I'll probably post it up. If I don't get it done, it won't be posted up. Anyways, thank you for everyone who joined in. If you don't like the fact that I'm gonna be leaving, sorry. That's just, real life takes precedence over online life.
Precedent.
Whatever. I just said I'm not perfect. Fuck. Anyways, we'll go ahead and leave out here so the fucking grandma Nazi over there can fucking stuff her face. And this is all going to be transferred over to Legal Mindset. So it's going to be redirecting over to him, give him a like, give him a subscribe, say hi to him, and all that good stuff. With that, take care, everyone.
Bye.